Yo, welcome back. This is Stu42 with another Minecraft episode. So last time we made ourselves a bunch more armor, and I did look at the shift click on this where it had Solar 1, photovoltaic cell plus 15 levels, and I thought, you know what, that'd be a really interesting thing to add. And in the process of looking at that, which was this thing here, I realized it needs energetic alloy. Not too hard to make, but in the freezer, in the blast furnace, 2200 Kelvin, it's gonna take, a lot more heat than we currently have. So one of the quests that we had on the go was this one, which was the Kanthal Coil block. I've actually done this quest. It was just a bunch of, mica insulator, Kanthal wire. I think I touched on the Kanthal wire very briefly in a previous episode. So what I thought I'd make this episode about is setting up some more of the bigger stuff. So over here, we've got our Kanthal Coil blocks. I've made all of the bits and pieces already for the blast furnace. We've also got a 9-slot high voltage battery buffer, 4 turbo combustion generators, and we're going to build a similar setup to what we have. Well, similar setup to the other blast furnace we've got over there, but we're going to put it in a slightly different spot. So, I haven't really got a lot of space. Let's throw some stuff back in there. Let's keep those down the bottom so I know where they are. Aluminium wire, some aluminium cable. We're going to need some fluid pipes. We've got our... Right. Too many things. Let's throw that out. Don't need the B thing at the moment. Elevator blocks we can probably get rid of. Cool. And the other things we're going to need are our wrench. Wire cutters, always handy. So what I was thinking is, because this thing does produce a little bit of pollution, on the mini-map you can sort of see, I think this chunk... Actually, if we F9 that a couple of times. So this chunk's probably not that great, but this next chunk over could be a good one to put this into. And that way we can start building some polluting machines over there. What I was also thinking is this one here, or potentially this, probably this one over the back, as we will set the pyrolyzed oven back up again. But for now, what we want to do is we want to get our electric blast furnace set up. Now it's just a matter of where do we actually want it? Maybe there. Yeah, that'll do. Then we can go up and fix up the rest of it when we're upstairs. So we're going to want, we've got 2 input hatches for liquids. So those are going to be potentially off the side here. So what I'm planning on doing is having 2 sets of liquid going into there. We'll have, well, oxygen for one and maybe nitrogen for the other, which gives us space over here to set up some water and air processing, which is really what I want to get towards as well. We're gonna need, so one of those in the middle. Now over this side we'll have our input and output hatches, I think. So we've got 9 stack versions of these. Sure. So what do we want? Do we want the input at the front or the back? So let's put it to the side. Yeah, let's just put the input there, the output there. We'll have the maintenance hatch there. We'll save these 2 for power, and then the 2 input hatches for fluids can go there and there. And that will leave... Power's going to have to be pretty close across here. Although, we're only losing 1 EU volt and we are up to HV. So if we put the... I might not worry too much about it. What we might do is we'll end up with a battery buffer here that'll power it. Just off to the side. That's probably a better way to do it. And I might use a 4-slot one instead. And that way I can move these generators back over here somewhere so that I can power some other stuff as well. Because I do want to power some other stuff. So let's throw that there and that there. Grab our wrench and make it the other side and the other side. Now, we have 1, 2. We have our, where is it? Muffler hatch is there, which is also on the other side. Kanthal coils. And form. Ta-da! Screws loose, da-da-da-da, all the usual stuff. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I will cut this here because I'm going to need to go and make some more tape to put around the maintenance hatch. I'll tidy up this bit around here, and I'm also going to need... I might make another information screen as well so we can plug some information into it and get all the bits and pieces that we used for the other information screen and get that set up, as well as make the extra battery buffer and get some batteries even. So I'll see you back in just a sec. Alright, we have emptied out a bit of this room and got this sitting here. I've also put the battery buffer and put the cabling in underneath for that. We do have our magic tape. There we go, to hold everything together, and hopefully this will now, yeah, so everything's cool. Now over here, I've been sort of debating on where to put the combustion generators. I kind of want to maximize the power coming out of them, but at the same time, I want to reuse the power probably along here. So what I might do is we'll go here first of all. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll put these all this way. And that way I've got some 8 times cable here which can hold 8 amps. This will... Look at that, it's such a fat cable. This will let us put more motors along here, or more, sorry, put another line across here, most likely, when I get some more of these. But at the moment I want this to be quite long because I do want to put some machines across here. Let's just connect all that up. Now the other thing I haven't done is put fuel across there. Which if we go down, we do have a bunch. So we have, now is that, let's just do it from there. Awesome. Connect. Cool. They'll be full. Now these pipes, they are kind of keeping up. They seem to be, once they're all the way full, it seems to be not too bad at keeping all the machines full of power. Yeah, I mean, I've had suggestions to use cells and use a cell network, but I think the cells might get unbalanced in this particular situation. I'm not sure. I might try it at some point later on, but for now, that is definitely working well enough. Now, where are my batteries? I was filling a couple of them up. Over here. Right, so we've got 2 lithiums, and now we're out of lithium, and I was going to make 2 sodiums, since I don't have cadmium at all. Cool. Let's throw the batteries in and see how we go. Come on. Wahoo. Cool. Now, the other thing we've got is we've got our information panel and panel extender. We probably want, much like last time, we want the extender on that side and the panel there. Let's put the switch on the back of there, turn it on. Cool. I need to get an information card, which I think I've got one. And, oh, my game decides to pause a little bit. Now, the other thing while I'm here is upstairs. There we go. I did make a couple of those. Upstairs, we finally planted that butternut tree. And it's a really interesting thing. This has come out completely flat. So this is the butternut. Lots and lots of leaf blocks. So this, even though it's a low yield type thing, I think is going to be fantastic. So let's grab, might as well plant some of these now. Didn't quite get all of them. How did you get? 11, one more. That's probably all we'll need, to be honest. So the thing that I'm trying to do here is we'll plant these, where are they? Butternut. I can't remember if it was a 2x2. I have a feeling it is. 2x2, yep. So we're going to need to put it somewhere down the bottom. Probably, you know, if we bust out some of this. In fact, you know what? It's really, really tempting to just get rid of all the bottoms of the trunks here and see if it still works. Let's for now just put those there, and we'll put those there. Let's do those two. Oh look, no, we'll do another set there as well, seeing as we've got them. See how they grow. Now the other thing that was interesting is these walnut trees also, because they grow at that height, which seems to be between that height but below this height, it's one block below, you could potentially plant those next. And I might try that in one of the corners at some point, where we have coconut at the top, we have the next row of leaves being the walnuts, and then underneath that we have the butternut at the bottom. And that will probably, well, that'll hopefully maximize our leaf blocks in terms of what we're able to get out of it in seed oil. I don't know how well that's going to work though. I really don't. All right, let's grab those, two of those. Now I had something that I wanted to use in the hotter oven. What was it? I had it already made up as well. There we go, energetic alloy, I believe. So let's run down here. Now we want our thing to be there, and let's throw it in. Are we doing the right thing with that? Maybe not. There we go. Cool, so we have stored energy, max energy income, 1024. It's actually twice that. Tier EV, whoop-de-doo. Now, energetic alloy dust, what do we need for that? We are going to blast furnace it. We can do it with no gas and a circuit of 1. Let's just do that to check that it's going. Input bus, circuit 1. Now, just hang on, double check. Yeah, 2500 Kelvin. What's the heat capacity? 2900 Kelvin. Excellent. So let's just do 4, maybe 2. Let's do 2. Now is it going to start by itself, or am I going to need to melt? Enabled. Oh, and stop straight away. Dang. What is the problem with that? Helps if I put my other 2 batteries in there. Need the full 4 amps. Need the full 4 amps. Let's try that. If all else fails in the blast furnace, it is always power. Look at that, 6, 7, up to 40. How are we keeping up? Yeah, these are still recharging even. Awesome, so that's good. That means these 4 things are keeping up with this, and we're spitting out 4 amps at the same time. That is a good way to be. It means we can run this thing pretty much indefinitely. And we'll get our energetic out the other side. All right, so another couple of things I want to cut and do off camera. I will set, as we saw these barriers here, I want to set the pyrolyze oven back up over probably this chunk here. Looking on the mini map, it looks like it's nice and out of the way, which means I'm going to have to chop all that out as well. The other thing I want to do is drag over some of the stuff from over there. So I want the vacuum freezer over here in this wall, since it's an HV thing. Over here we did have some HV stuff, and I do want to transplant all of this. So I want to get these combustion generators added over there. We can probably take these batteries over to there and grab a bunch of this stuff, and I just basically want to move all the HV over to the one spot. So let me do all that. We'll try and grab that stuff, throw it over here, and I'll chop a bunch more of this out, and then we'll continue on with some more setup. See you in a sec. So we've hollowed out a bit more of the stuff here. I've decided not to set the pyrolyze oven up. I got the controller here, and I realized down the bottom that you can have the processing speed scaling with the coil tier. So we might as well try and get some better coils in there. Now, given that FeArCr is 100% and nichrome is 150%, we've got tons of nickel, so I'd rather use the chrome there instead. So we'll go for some nichrome. Now, I've just been looking at the different blocks. Nichrome is above Kanthal, but nichrome should be pretty easy to make. I just need a bunch more. Chrome, which I'm processing now. The vacuum freezer should easily be able to handle it. The hot nichrome, however, we need 2700 Kelvin, and we have currently 2900 Kelvin, so we can actually make that stuff now. The thing though is we're going to need some nitrogen and oxygen for different smelting, so I've made the compressor and the centrifuge. Now what I'm thinking is if we go along here, yeah, I'm gonna have to start being very, very careful with how I lay my power down, because I'm really nervous about the amperage that comes out of these things. Now I know that I should be able to do this. I should be able to put the compressor on there. We'll only lose a little bit of power from this, but these things are gonna easily run anyway. Maybe we want them hard up against this. Maybe not. That's the only thing I'm not entirely sure of. So let's put the compressor there and the centrifuge there. What we can actually do, well, we can probably output this straight to the back. We need to connect these things. Nothing's blowing up so far. That's good. All right, so we want to have auto output. All this is going to be doing is making compressed air. And what we're going to need is, I think it's 53. I think it's 53 of these things. Let's try 53. Now I have the results of a really interesting experiment happening up the top as well. So let's throw 53 in there, and while that is compressing and throwing across there, we'll run up, and that is the tree stuff that I was doing. So if we run up to, up to here, the bottom of our farm. Now I had, oh, it's nighttime. I had 3 of these things grow, and they've been sitting there for quite a while with butternut, and I thought this would be a really good way of topping up my my seed oil. However, I've stopped this from exporting for a while, and we've got nearly like 2.5 stacks of coconuts to only 8 butternuts. Now that to me says the butternut is so unbelievably slow that it is just not worth doing at all. So we might turn active without signal, we'll turn that back on and process all that. So that leaves me in a little predicament. What I'll do is I'll clear out all of this butternut, and what I might do is we'll try and grow another layer of coconut leaves up there is what I'm trying to get at. We'll put another piece of dirt down, plant a sapling on top of it, make a gap in the tree canopy, and hopefully, because the coconuts grow at exactly the same height, it'll grow one block taller, put another layer of leaves above that layer that's up there, and we should be able to get twice the coconuts out of this thing. So I will do that, well, between this bit and next bit. Let's have a look down here how this is going. 28. No, we are not wanting to centrifuge. We are not wanting to centrifuge. Turn it off, turn it off. All right, so here's the mistake I've made. We need to go from the compressor to the vacuum freezer and then into here. Wow, we've got nitrogen coming out of there. That's annoying. Can we get another one out? No, we can't. All right, let me cut this. I will clean all of this up. That was actually pretty fast to make a bunch of nitrogen though, but the reason I want to do this a different way is we want to make sure we can make nitrogen this way. So 53 liquid air cells, and that's because we get not only 40 nitrogen, 11 oxygen, but we get this argon cell and a bunch of noble gases. Now we can start collecting those early and hopefully be able to use them a bit later. So what I might do is I might actually get some of those, get some pipes and interface and stuff. So let me make a few pipes and a few chips and things, and we'll try and get this last little bit automated before rounding out the episode. And then hopefully we should be able to have some nitrogen and some oxygen into tanks. And you know what? I still like the big tanks. I did make a couple more super tanks to hold oxygen and nitrogen, and we may still need the super tanks here, maybe on top of the railcraft tanks to catch the excess, but I might break this one down, which is our oxygen tank, break this one down, which is our oil tank. We'll move these two over here so that we've got oxygen and nitrogen, and then we can feed the oxygen and nitrogen back over to here. I may make, yeah, we'll see how we go. Let me break those down and put the tanks over here and get some pipes and stuff, and I'll be back, and hopefully we'll have a little bit of automation happening. So I'll see you back in a sec. All right, we have our two tanks there. Now, what I'm actually thinking I might do is to get the cells into these things, what I might do is we'll put the super tanks on top. I also made a bunch of responders, extractors, and pipes for this, but we might put these two tanks on top, put the pumps on the bottoms of them to pump out. So if we have these there, then they can catch any overflow that happens. Now I haven't got my screwdriver. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Well, we might need that. Might need that. Come on, 10 seconds. 10 seconds. There we go. So these things should be set to export, which I think they might be already. Shift, yeah, export. Export. They're already set to export. That's pretty good. So we should be able to now grab that. Grab that. Oh, I'm gonna have to get some more elevators over there as well. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna cut one more time. I'll grab some elevator blocks for over there, and I'm gonna need a bunch of pipes as well, I've just realized. So we'll need some pipes for leading out under here, and we're gonna need some pipes for taken. Oh no, we've got cells going up the top. So anyway, I will need some pipes and bits and pieces. So I'll see you in a sec. All right, let's give this a go. We've got ourselves a little bit of a helping hand up there. I've made a bunch of these quadruple fluid pipes because what I'm realizing is we could run the pipe from there to there using the quad pipe to get both nitrogen and oxygen going through. We do want probably nitrogen this one, oxygen this one, because we do have another use for the nitrogen as well. So let's just, we are gonna need, awesome, some stuff to stand on. Maybe just there. Nope. There. Awesome. So now we can throw our 2 super tanks there, and they should have our export things underneath them already, which is good. We're gonna need interface pipe, bunch of other pipe, and to there, to there. Where are we coming down to? Down to there. Now, I wonder, can we output upwards? There it is. We can. So I'm wondering if we can just do this and go output up, because that would fit really nicely. Really nicely with that. We need, well, 2 more of these. Wow, we're running out of interface pipes. So that is the input, that is the output. I need that to go there, that to go there. Now I don't, yeah, it's a little bit ugly. It's a little bit ugly. That's all right. Now we are wanting the input of that to be the compressed air cell. So we are going to need a responder chip with compressed air cell. And we want priority, sure, 5 will do. We need, now it's not a stock keeper chip, so it's just going to put everything there that we need to go there. So that's going to go in there. This thing here, now this is going to be an extractor of the hot stuff. So let's just grab the extractor. Oh, now we do want to use this vacuum freezer for other things along the way, like making our nichrome stuff. So we might actually need, let's just put 1 in there. Go. Awesome. All right, so there's our liquid air. Now, if we have an extractor chip, we only want whitelisted, so we'll only take the liquid air cells out of there. Awesome, that can go in there. This thing is going to be compressing blank cells, and it wants to output to the top the air, which will run over to there. Let's just quickly grab, what do we need? We need, just very quickly, we'll borrow one of these to have a responder chip, and the responder chip is going to be empty cells. Whitelisted, yes. Let's throw the empty cell back over there. Now I'm hoping by keeping only 53 in the system that this will just be happy with 53, and we'll keep this isolated from the rest of the network. So item responder chip, this is a compressor which needs empty cells, yes. So that's going to go to there. Now the centrifuge, this centrifuge is going to be taking the liquid air cells. So we need another responder chip with the liquid air cell. Whitelist, yes, it's going to be there. Now we're going to also need a chest to put all the extra crap in, because there's not going to be a destination for it. So we're going to need a responder chip for both nitrogen and oxygen. So let's set this going. Let's actually take that one out of there. This is going to be the liquid air cell. It's not going to work until we have 53 of them. This is going to need the compressed air. Dun, dun, dun. Now, while that is running, I've just realized we're going to need another 2 extractors to extract empty cells. So let's go extractor, extractor. We're going to have whitelist for empty cell, and this one, whitelist for empty cell. Throw our empty cell back. And these are going to be pulled out of the bit up the top. So we're going to have extractor, extractor for empty cells. Awesome. Now, how are we going here? This is liquid air. And what have we got here? This extractor is not extracting liquid air. We have 52 of them. Why is that not extractorizing? Extractor chip. Whitelist. Liquid air. Maybe we need a direction. And it is north. Let's simulate from the north. No. Alright, we are not sure why that is not happening. Whitelisted, MBT is checked. Just ignore that. Ignore that. Meta is checked. Sure. Alright, I'm going to have to fix that one another time. For now, let's throw that in there so this can get going. This is going to take... Oh, it's actually going to be pretty quick. And from here, we can get an oxygen. Actually, we've got oxygen cells over here. So I wonder why that extractor is not working. Because we're going to need... The extractor is going to need to take oxygen and... nitrogen. Actually, we have a spare. We have nitrogen over here. Yes. Nitrogen. So... extract oxygen and nitrogen. Awesome. And that extractor is gonna do nada until we can... What did I have on this? Ah, that's the responder for... Ah, do we make the responder for oxygen already? Okay, so... Item responder for oxygen on the one on the left. So let's just quickly... Oxygen. And nitrogen for there. Don't know why that extractor is not working. Awesome. Now, this extractor should extract just those two for now. Hey! They should go in. Dump this stuff. Yes! Empties should come back with a bit of luck. Now, why is there no... It didn't take the oxygen. It's only taking from the first slot. Yeah, I've seen this happen before with these extractors. They don't seem to look at any of the other slots. That's annoying. So what we might do is we'll get rid of the extractor on this one and have auto output, and the auto output should throw the stuff out again. We're also going to need to deal with these argon and noble gases, as well as recycle back into the system. So I might need to make another couple of super tanks just for argon and noble gases so that we keep our cells in there. So yeah, this episode is running a bit longer than I expected, but that's okay. I will be back one last time. I'll make another couple of super tanks for the argon and stuff, and get all the bits and pipes that I need, and have a bit of a think about how we can extract stuff out of there when it's not in the primary slot. Actually, let's just, yeah, let me get that stuff together. I'll be back in a sec. All right, hopefully for the last time. I've realized what I did wrong, which some of you probably did as well. You can't input at the same side as you output on these things. So this has got a nice extractor for the top, but meanwhile, we're trying to output the same side, and this is trying to extract. Well, it's trying to put stuff in from the top. So what we probably need to do is ignore the fact that that's an extractor. We need to dump stuff in here based on liquid air. So that's going to be a responder for liquid air. This here is a responder for empty cells, which is correct. So that can go in there. Now, what I'm expecting will happen is if I change the output to the back for both of these, and now that I've got some more stuff there, well, all of a sudden, yep, all the empties will start coming to here. Awesome. Now that is not outputting out the back, which is a little annoying. Right, so auto output does not work for these. Ah, well, that just means we're gonna have to run another couple of extractors. So this extractor is gonna be the oxygen and nitrogen, which is, well, actually, you know what? They just need to extract everything. So we might as well clear that out and go blacklist and throw that on there. We need to just break that for now to be clear. That is still not outputting, even with an extractor. I wonder how we can get auto output to there. I wonder if it just needs like a junction pipe or something. Like if we put a junction pipe there. No, it's still not outputting. Unless it's because they're already there. Now that should still output, I would have thought. Especially this one here. Like this is set to, yeah, set to output at the back and is not working at all. And that is definitely connected up to where it needs to go. Although it won't output if the compressed air has nowhere to go. And the compressed air needs to go up into here, where we have too many things. No, that's compressed air, so that's fine. That is a spot for compressed air to go. So it, yeah, I don't know why that isn't outputting. Oh well, what we need to do then is we need to turn off the auto output, turn off the auto output. We will change the directions of these to be at each other. Take that off, take that off, put the interface pipes back on, grab our extractor that is set to blacklist. There we go. Cool. And that is going to set that up. You know what? We'll take the oxygen out manually. We'll throw that in there. Let's put the first bit of oxygen just up in... Oh, not that one. In... Can I get to it from here? What is happening in there? Liquid air is going in there. No, no, no. This has got to be liquid oxygen. Oxygen in there. Why is liquid air going in there? That is not where we want that to go. This is an item responder that is supposed to be... That's why it is not set correctly. So, liquid air... Yeah, I've got a few problems with things set. So... compressed air is going to there. Liquid air is coming to here. We need the extractor to extract just liquid air. And we've got liquid air there. So let's just... Now I thought it might not get it from the other slots because we needed it like that. So let's throw, you know, we're just going to take liquid air out. Whitelisted from there. That goes to there. Liquid air is then going to this centrifuge where we haven't got a responder anymore. So we need liquid air going to there. Awesome. That's going to wait until there is 53. We are short on one. That's cool. That's got nothing. That's got nothing. So we just literally need one more cell into the loop, and that is going to finish that up. That is set to not extract yet. Cool. Let's just throw our one more in there. So that should compress. Go out the back with the extractor. Come up, go into there. Be vacuum frozen. Come out, go into there. Finally, this is going to sort that out. We're going to need... Oh man, I'm short on extractors. So I might do that between this episode and next, now that we know what we're doing. That clearly is extracting all the stuff from there now that we added those extra slots in. This is now set to here. We are going to need item responders for this. So we've got an extractor for the blank, an extractor for the blank. We will need Argon. Let's make Argon that one. And let's make noble gases that one. This now can be hooked up. So this one, what do we say? This one was Argon? Yes, that one is Argon. The blank should come back out. This one is noble gases. The blank should come back out. Go there, go there, go there. Cool. We just need to extract the nitrogen and oxygen still. I'm short, as I said, on the extractors, but they will then route back around to here, where nitrogen is this one, and oxygen is this one. Those cycle through, go back down. Compressed air into there, vacuum frozen through to here, get 53 again. Just need that extractor. You know what? I will cut one more time and get back to the extractor. See you in a sec. All right, hopefully for the very last time, we have everything across there. I made another couple of these extractors. What I might do for now, instead of grabbing the stuff out of there, is we will just make it blacklisted. It'll only extract stuff that has a destination anyway, so we should be okay just doing that. 2000 in there, 2000 in there, everything goes up, 2200, more of that, everything back into there. Cool, so that's now automatically running, and that is gonna just chew stuff, I wouldn't mind betting, until we get that sorted. So what we now wanna do is just ever so quickly make sure that this not enough. Oh man, not enough. It's always something. So we need to make sure that that is connected. Yep, already connected on that side, connected on that side, connected on that side, connected on that side. That's already connected. Yeah, and then we need one more quad thing there. I think you guys can see how that's going to work. I've done that before, so I'll do that between this episode and next, and then we can just use these single bronze fluid pipes between there and there, and a single bronze just from there to there as well. And once these two are set, I can't, the only thing is I can't click on the bit in behind, but we have to just trust that that is connected and running. So where are we up to with this? Oxygen still not being pulled out of there. That's going to be annoying as well. I can't quite get through there. So there's still a few kinks to be ironed out. The oxygen won't be pulled out, presumably because we don't have a sink for the oxygen in there. No, we don't. Make sure that that is for oxygen. Yoink. There we go. And put the other ones in manually. Awesome. There we go. All right, well, I think that is a mammoth episode. So between now and next time, I will tidy up this piping. I might need to maybe come out the side and go a bit higher. In fact, that might be where my numbering is wrong, but we'll get that sorted out anyway. So we'll have oxygen and nitrogen. I'll try and make the bigger coils as well for the pyrolyze oven and get that positioned over there, and then we should be good to go for the next episode with a bit of luck. Anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.